power the kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. Just to count your rings.
DJ Fresh, DJ Fresh, DJ Fresh.
Now I've been in New York, Texas, Midwest, and it all reminds me of California. Cause there's no place like California. California, A-A-T-L-M-I-A-D-M. California,
New York, Texas, Midwest, and all reminds me of California. Cause there's no place like California. California,
I got some out in Dallas, now I'm smelling like LA. Met a from Miami to the Machiavelli. Left the kids on the belly, left the vid on my celly. She ate like spaghetti, I'm hitting gas and Dreddy. Met some killers in Memphis, like they from Oakland. Give me my flowers while I can smell them. Ain't talking about roses, literally I'm lean. Mix it like a bought it in Nashville. Then I woke up in Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's sun, California, but nothing like Compton. It's more like Calistoga, and it's hot as Arizona. I pop me a Fresno, hard colder than Minnesota in October. Don't interrupt, darling, I'm in the zone. Why does everywhere I go just remind me of home? You know that state of gold with the bed. Them other places come close, but they don't compare. Now I've been to New York, come on, Texas, yeah, Midwest, and it all reminds me of California. Cause there's no place like California. California, A-A-T-L-M-I-A-D-M-V. All reminds me of California. Cause there's no place like California. California,
California, no place like California.
Fresh off a flight to Boston, got a BZ in Maryland that I pipe too often. Headed right to Austin, most likely flossing. Tight, exhausted, high as a forklift. Handful of goons out in Colorado. Any given afternoon, you can catch a hollow. Honestly, it's the same out in Richmond, Virginia or California. Either state, you can get it. I done seen everywhere from Russia to Delaware. Trust me, I'm well aware. Barcelona to Bel Air, Petty to the Detroit. Don't tell him he saw how heavily he balls. Every project, every seashore. And I ain't content trying to see more nomadic. I probably wanna. Takes as a melody to remind me of home. Now I've been to New York, come on, Texas, yeah, Midwest, and it all reminds me of California. Cause there's no place like California. California, A-A-T-L-M-I-A-D-M-V. All reminds me of California. Cause there's no place like California. California,
California, no place like California.
everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. It may be hard to find a running lane today. The Bills are top 10 in rush yards allowed, and they're going up against the Dolphins team that will need to figure out how much it can count on the run. With that, let's get you out to Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis. They've got the call of this Week 9 matchup.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. A very capable offensive unit here. One of the headliners, Jordan Cameron.
He's listed as a tight end, but he's at his best when he flexes away from the line of scrimmage and runs routes like a receiver.
Eight yards to go here on 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. And we take a look at the Bills' defense.
Ronald Darby's selection makes a general manager look good. A terrific ball hawk who is eager to tackle in the run game.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he finds Stills, complete. Good use of the pass there to pick up the 1st down against a defensive look that they had specifically prepared for, they told us, coming into this one.
Certainly seems like they're holding all the right cards now, doesn't it? Because of their preparation. Went back, watched the tape, studied the tendencies, and they feel like they had them down cold, and they were able to use the pass against them.
Now a toss play. It's Ajayi. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
They run with Ajayi. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They'll get 17 yards there. And the Dolphins are going to get a 1st down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. The former All-Pro Marcel Darius brings him down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Second down following the run. Defense showing blitz. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down. Back to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up 4th.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
Now it's Andrew Franks on for Miami. Oh, that's offline. He hooked it. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not got too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Here's the first carry for LeSean McCoy. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And here's our first look today at this offense.
And let's start with LeSean Shady McCoy, their star running back. He can do everything. Run it inside, get to the perimeter, and, of course, catch it out of the backfield.
Taylor will throw. Flush to his right. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. Sammy Watkins, he's going to go. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 78 yards. And the Bills have taken the early lead. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now? Start
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think if Dolphin was able to fall on it, yes, they'll keep possession here.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And the dreaded 3rd and long here for the offense. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one. That's caught at the 25. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenny Stills, 79 yards. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And the Bills offense comes out ready to take over. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
LeSean McCoy off to the races. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. LeSean McCoy with touchdown number 7 on the year. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. So now here come the Dolphins. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Let's go! He'll try again with the arm here on second down. On the left side, this is Stills. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're...
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And some room to maneuver. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while. Having awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word. Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. They'll start out on the ground with a J. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. A host of Bills there that time to make the stop.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. They'll set up to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. Now, that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only one on that play.
I'm ready now for second and 9. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. They'll come out in the pistol. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And it brings up fourth down. So on fourth down, here's Matt Darr to kick it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. And now out come the Bills. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. 12 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a Buffalo first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe...
He's got a man complete past the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Here's Hauschka for the extra point. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Dolphins offense now ready to go back out on the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. It'll go as a gain of 12. And it's first down, Miami.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback. As a slide and find open space to throw.
Second down now after the pass completion. Now it's Ajayi. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. When we sat with the coaching staff a couple of days ago, they said attacking that defensive look with a run, something they wanted to do, it was effective.
And they were extremely confident, weren't they? Their planning, their preparation, they knew what they were going to get in that defense, and they were able to attack it accordingly.
And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. A couple of Bills team up to bring him down there.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves. When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And here come the Bills. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan, and Thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. On second down, Taylor. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. Sammy Watkins, he's going to go. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Sammy Watkins on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bills will extend their lead. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Here's Jarvis Landry now on the return. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. Here's Ajayi. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
So 3rd and medium here, 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up. And they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes it all the way, but there is laundry on the field. The flag is down, and I think this one's coming back.
I agree.
From midfield now, here's Taylor. Trying to get it to Harvin, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense.
Now the defense loses him. It's complete. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenny Stills with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. They'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now Taylor, quick hitter here, it's complete. First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game. And I think they have to be happy with the result.
That one goes for 24 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Here we go. Now a first down carry here from McCoy. Give him 13 on the pickup there. And it'll give the Bills a first down.
Oh, he's got it going early in this one. That's the Shady McCoy. That's vintage right there, right? Breaking tackles, creating explosive runs. And if they don't take care of this early, look out. This guy's got a big, big day.
You know where he got that nickname Shady, by the way?
I know you're going to educate me on it. Help me out.
Mama gave him that name when he was a youngster.
And if Mama named him Shady, we're going to call him Shady.
Absolutely. Taylor firing quickly here, and that's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
And you see zone defense, and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call. You've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Come on, let's go! On second down, here's Taylor. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So Nate,
and he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. LeSean McCoy with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bills add on. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
He'll rifle this one deep right side, and he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And that play was what every defense is wary of. The big strike attempted downfield, but they were in excellent position. They didn't get fooled, and while he didn't come up with the interception, was able to bat the ball down.
This is Ajayi. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. They'll look to throw again. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. Back to throw again. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play, able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Watkins alone on the left side. Now it's Taylor looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Bill, Kiko Alonso. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
2nd down here after the incomplete pass. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to force it into his receiver, Landry, and that takes us from second to third down.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The tight end, Julius Thomas, the intended target, and it's fourth down. Here's Matt Darr now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And it's taken in at the 9. Fighting through. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. Back to Buffalo after this. On first down, it's Taylor. Eluding the pressure right. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Koamisi. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the number 1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. So a ways to go here on 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Going deep here for Landry. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Over the middle here to Brown. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Off the play fake, here's Taylor. Escaping the pressure right. And some space here. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Red zone opportunity.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it and run time, and he picks up a first down.
Here's Taylor. That's complete right around the 8. And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line right around the 2. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
This is McCoy. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On second down, here's Taylor. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Corey Brown in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bills continue to pour it on. And the route is on here in this first half. Here's the Bills kickoff unit out as they will send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And they're pushed back after the penalty, still second down.
Let's go!
They run again with Ajayi. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And a couple of big boys up front defensively, and in that 4-3, those D tackles so vital.
Extremely vital. I love how you described that because if they control things up front, often it's over the guard. Sometimes they slide and make it over the center. It's really hard to get a play started then because a lot of teams want to start inside out running the football. But against a good 4-3, you may not find any space. And on that play, there was 0 space. No gain.
On third down, Taylor. And that is incomplete. So the roughing the passer penalty, 15 yards, and Charles, the defender, needs to know to stop there.
We've been talking about it for years. You essentially get 1 step after the quarterback throws his pass. Anything close to that or beyond that, you're going to get flags.
Flushed out right. And I think the ball's out. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not there for him.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. To throw is Taylor. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Watkins alone on the left side. Taylor will throw again. He's got time. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. So now a 3rd and 12 with an extra defender here in the secondary, a nickel look. Now it's Taylor. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former Bill, Kiko Alonso. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half.
Here we go!
Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. No gain on the play there, second down.
But it was stopped on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to them the rest of the game.
Let's go! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Come on!
here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. Pass interference call. Charles, you were a defender. You know how hard it is to defend the pass without committing this penalty.
And if they would let them play with a little bit more contact to give the defender a better chance, we wouldn't have nearly as many flags.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. On the left side, this is Stills. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. They come out with one back and three tight ends. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. The linebacker, Preston Brown, brings him down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Here we go.
Out of the gun now on third down. And he fires one, but incomplete. So roughing the passer, 15-yard penalty.
And you notice how the offensive line responded. A couple went to check on the quarterback, and a couple went to the guy who hit the quarterback. No one likes to see their quarterback hit.
Let's go.
A give to the fullback on the dive. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Bills getting set to go. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad. There he goes, left side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Jonathan Williams, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Bills add on. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness to it? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? They'll begin the drive with a Johnny. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. He'll look to throw. It's complete. Stills. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 35.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
And they're definitely showing blitz here. They'll set up a throw. And now here is another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. The Bills' offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big time, John? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
They come out here in the eye. 10th carry now for McCoy. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Bills touchdown. LeSean McCoy, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Bills turn that interception into a touchdown. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So now here come the Dolphins. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And they'll go on the ground. Ajayi hit. He lost the football. But I think a Dolphin was able to fall on it. Yes, they'll keep possession here.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So the offense avoids disaster, keeps possession. Now it's 2nd down.
Let's go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. It's caught. Cameron, left side. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll look to throw now on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game.
And he loses the football the 2nd time. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Back now in Buffalo. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. After the penalty, it's McCoy. And some room to roam now. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He's at the 30. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification. That's all you can talk about. To do everything leaves them on the field on every offense because you can hand it to him, as we've seen. Would you say 3 rushing touchdowns? And, of course, throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Dolphins offense now ready to go back out on the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Going to give this time to the tailback. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. A couple of Bills team up to bring him down there. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Oh, jumping over. He was looking for Landry that time. Now 4th down. Here's Matt Darr now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will be taken at the 13. Taylor going to give now to Williams. Williams loses the football. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill, or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for. It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Here's Taylor over the middle here to Brown. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You can still make plays even when the other guy's having success against you.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
So 1 yard to go here on 3rd down. trying a little razzle-dazzle on 3rd and short. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Here we go.
They'll run it with Williams. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up the play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A very solid gain of 27.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and look like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and short. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. And this seemingly endless drive continues.
Flex round. Flex round. Here we go.
On 2nd down, Williams. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches, don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
Here we go.
Now back to throw. And my goodness, another and now the rookie's free. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Bills offense comes out ready to take over. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the...
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Here's Landry. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost.